All right, now next for linear algebra, we're going to be covering Cramer's rule. And for this video, we're going to be assuming you know how to calculate 2 by 2 determinants at least. Okay, now on to what it is. Cramer's rule finds an explicit form for a variable in a system. X is going to be equal to d sub x divided by d, and likewise for the variables. So likewise, y is going to be equal to d sub y divided by d. And we're going to be covering what that special notation means in a second. Okay, so first for a 2 by 2, instead of doing substitution, graphing, or elimination, we can solve for the answers right away with determinants. Okay, so say we want to find x. We're going to write x is equal to d sub x divided by d. Okay, and the easiest to solve for is d. The d stands for determinant of just this thing you see in the center. Okay, so set this up. Okay, and what I mean in the center is just you're going to write 9, 4, 8, 13. Just all those coefficients. 9, 4, 8, 13. Okay, and you're going to copy this to the top. Okay, now what you're going to do next to account for this x is this is x, this is y, and if you had a third one like this next one would be z. What you're going to do is erase all these x's and replace them with this column. So I'm going to circle that better. 45 and 5. So we're going to have 45, 5. And now we can just compute these determinants directly. I'm going to use a calculator for this. Okay, so the top is going to be 45 times 13 minus 20. Okay, so we're going to have 565 on the top. And this one on the bottom, which is 9 times 13 minus 32, which is 85. Okay, now subtract these two. Okay, and we get that x is approximately 6.647. Okay, and this would be the same steps for y. Okay, and just to drill in the process, we're going to solve for z in here. I'm going to leave it in determinant form because computing 3 by 2 determinants is a little bit more complicated. I'll be covering that in the next video. Okay, so for this one, let's set up d of z. Okay, so okay, and now for this one, which is a 3 by 3. The same rules are still going to apply, but for a 3 by 3 matrix, we'd have to compute the determinant in a different way, which we will cover in the next video. Okay, I'm just going to leave it in simplified form. Okay, so d divided by d is equal to z here. Okay, so let's write these out. Okay, the bottom determinant is going to be 9, 4, 10, 8, 13, 11, 5, 5, 14, and you're going to copy this to the top. Okay, and since we want to solve for z, we're going to move everything in the z column and replace it with this one. Okay, so 45, 5, 56. Okay, and now you would just compute this by hand or plug it into a calculator. That is your answer for z. Okay, and now let's go into some problems. Okay, this one, this looks familiar. For the system, which represents the value of x. Okay, so let's just write this out. We want x, which is equal to d sub x divided by d. Okay, so let's write out d. Here. These bars here. Okay, we're going to have 1, negative 1, 3, 2, 1, negative 1, 3, 2, and since there's nothing here, it would be 0 to z. Okay, we copy this to the top. Okay, and now we're going to swap this column for this one. -5, 16, and 23. And this problem does not require us to simplify, so let's take advantage of that. This is wrong, 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 because this is the only one that has a -5, 16, and a 23. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, next one. For this system, the solution xy has y value is find the value of x. Okay, and notice here, if they give us the d value on the denominator, we can just borrow that and also use it to reconstruct the original system. Okay, so we know our x value is going to have the same denominator, 2, -3, -5. Okay, and let's use this to rebuild the system. So 2x minus 3y is equal to something, and 3x minus 5y is equal to something. Okay, and here notice, since we solved for the y value, this must have originally been here if this got swapped. So let's put that in, 23, 25. Okay, now we solve for x. So let's copy this over and replace the x column. 23, 25. Okay, now for this. So let's compute this. 23 times 5 is 100 plus 15. So 115 plus 75 divided by 10 minus 3 times -3. So that's 19. This numerator is 190 divided by 19. So our x value is equal to 10. Final answer.